The question 5C, which required that the candidate should assess 3 situations that might be considered as grounds for summary dismissal. The question had 6 marks. So the question says assess 3 situations that might be considered as grounds for summary dismissal. Summary dismissal. So this question had 6 marks. Now, before we tackle this question, it is important that we acquaint ourselves again with the concept of summary dismissal. Summary dismissal in a working environment is considered to be a very harsh disciplinary measure against an employee, in the sense that summary dismissal is the termination of an employee's terms, an employee's contract of service, an employee's continued serving in the organization without benefits from the date of summary dismissal. So it is important that summary dismissal is done with a lot of caution. So the question required the candidates to assess 3 situations that might be considered as grounds for summary dismissal. So the first situation would be a situation where the employee involved has participated in theft. This theft could be theft involving the employee and a company or organizational resources. So where an employee has participated in theft and it has been established that the employee has stolen from the employer could use this as a ground for summary dismissal to terminate the contract or employment of an employee within the organization. Secondly, where an employee assaults or causes bodily harm to another employee or individual. This is taken very seriously, where an employee assaults a colleague in the work environment, or assaults a customer in the work environment, or assaults any other individual for that matter. Assault is taken seriously and could be considered as a ground for summary dismissal to terminate the services of an employee forthwith from a given organization. Thirdly, where an employee disobeys official directives from a superior in the context of work. So where a supervisor, for instance, gives an employee instructions to perform particular duties within the working environment, and the employee willfully disobeys reasonable advice or guidance given to the employee in relation to performance of work, then this one can be taken as a ground for summary dismissal to terminate the services of an employee from a working environment. So these are 3 suggested responses to the question that required the candidate to assess 3 situations or scenarios that might be considered as grounds of a summary dismissal in a working environment, where we have mentioned the aspect of theft, aspect of assault, aspect of disobedience, of willful refusal to undertake official work assigned. There could also be other aspects, for example, where an employee deserts duty, that could also be a ground for summary dismissal. So that was the response for question 5C.